Hello world and good everyone. It is your boy, the Halal Developer, and I'm back again to give you the best of what I will be giving here in my channel. And you are all welcome to the Tech Talk with Techies series, episode 1. And I feel very, very grateful. I feel very, very happy and excited having this series coming to life. And like I said in my last video, the fourth video on my channel, you can check it out. I said I'm going to have 3 different series in the Halal Developer channel. Number 1, which is the Tech Talk with Techies series. Number 2, I said it is going to be on an entrepreneurial mindset. Number 3, I said it will be a first class goal series where we would interview students and lecturers, people in the field of academics to motivate the viewers, my subscribers. So in this series, which is the Tech Talk with Techies, I'll be having with me Mr. Shadrach Oforkansi, also known as O4Codes. And we'll be talking about starting a career in tech. I'm not going to do the talking. I'm going to have questions for him, and he will do the talking. So we hope to have him very, very soon. But before we have him on the channel or in this video, I would like to say some bit of things I know about him. My boss is live. All right. So Mr. Shadrach is someone here. He's a mentor to me. He's a tutor. He's an instructor. I think I saved his number on my phone as PyInstructor. Okay, so I learned Python programming language with him when I was an intern at the HIT PLC. So I think we spent 3 months learning Python programming language. I learned a whole lot from him that even helped me in my final year project when I go back to school. One of the most beautiful things I learned with him while we're doing Python programming was an OOP, object-oriented programming. Very, very nice parts of programming. So Mr. Shadrach is live with us. He will tell us how you can start a career in tech. But before he does that, of course, he'll tell us about himself and why he started a career in tech by himself. And he'll also tell us how he started the journey, how it began, when he started, probably when he was in university. He will tell us about some apps and some projects he has worked on and built for himself or for his clients. And I hope also that he will, tell us the least he has earned for the least amount he has earned for a job he did, and then he will also he'll end his speech or his talk on starting a career in tech with an advice and also a quick guide to begin a career in tech. I don't know if he's off or he's on. Wait a bit. But before he comes back on, me personally, like I said, I learned with him. He taught me Python programming. The problem was that I even told him then, I said, after this internship, I'm not going to continue Python programming. So I just have very, very few knowledge. Okay, he's back on. I remember telling him that, so when I'm done with your course on Python, we did an examination then. I said, I'm not going to continue. I'm going to do web development. And he will always tell me JavaScript. We used to have a bit of a talk, JavaScript, Python, and so on. So we hear a whole lot from him. It's nice seeing his face after a while. So the banks. All right. So I don't know if you heard. Okay, you can say hello to everybody. I don't know, nobody is here yet, but when I post the video, they'll love to hear your voice. So let's hear you say hello, sir. Oh, pardon me. We can't hear you. Let me see. Ask to unmute. Okay, you have to unmute. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
All right, hello. I think it's nice to be here. This has been planned. I think it's nice making it here.
Yeah, it's nice having you to really, really seriously. So I said, you're going to be telling us, you are going to be discussing starting a career in tech. And then you are going to, before you start this, or while you are discussing about this whole thing, you tell us about yourself. We want to know you more, your name, where you schooled, what you studied, and then why you started a career in tech. Okay, then you tell us about your journey so far, the apps you built, what is the least amount, don't miss this part, what's the least amount you've earned from a job, so that I can motivate people that, okay, there's money in tech, that kind of thing. And then you end by giving us an advice and a guide to begin a career in tech. Thank you, sir. The floor is open for you.
All right. So I guess this would be like a chatty discussion between ourselves.
Yeah,
All right. So as I've been introduced, my name is Shadrach Oforkansi Shadrach. I am a software developer. I major in backend engineering. So most guys that probably know me or have heard from me would have seen me more on backend, do more server related things and all of that. I still have knowledge on front end. I write Vue, but I'm not. I guess many people would know me by that. So I studied, to my education, I studied computer engineering while in school. I schooled at Federal University of Ekiti, back in the States. I think that's where the whole concept of computer programming, the whole interest sparked in. We all know how, because there's, if I enter into this, there's a whole lot of arguments that do Nigerian universities teach programming? I don't want to restrict it within the confine of just Nigerian universities. I think that's where I got my interest from. I don't know how the experience might be different to many other people, but my experience was being introduced to object-oriented programming, I think in my 300 level. It was a very, very, very funny concept, because before 300 level, we were taught programming, yes, and the first language we were taught was C. Now imagine you never programming at all, you not programmed at all. Like it's not just that you not programmed at all, you have no interest in it, and
yes,
you are seeing a language like C. So at that point, I think this was 400 level, 100 level. At that point, my interest was like, nah. So, and yes, somebody would like to ask that what was my mindset before studying computer engineering? Like, did I not know that I would have to deal with programming and all of that?
yes,
I knew I would come across computer programming, though I had a much more higher preference for hardware engineering then. Before I entered, I was more into the whole computer hardware thing and maintenance and all of that. But fast track to 300 level when we taught object oriented. Now, our lecturer who taught us as at then had a very, very nice way or concise way of explaining object-oriented programming. And I think that's where my interest started from, because he did it in a way that modeled real-life concepts, real-life applications. So I could see that, oh, this thing is much, 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 much more than just writing codes, right? This has real-life implications and applications to it. There are a whole lot of solutions you can build around it. And that's where it started. Now, like everyone out there will also be like, oh, so they taught you in school and you learned it. No, they did teach us in school, yes, but they will not teach you everything in school.
yes.
You would have to, at some point in your career, pick it up yourself. Even if you were being taught somewhere, you would have to still pick it up yourself. That's the one way you can guarantee progress. And I don't think it's limited to software engineering.
Yeah.
You pick it up, it is limited to across any field. Anything that you want to strive in, you cannot wait for somebody to point the gun at you and like say, do it. You do it yourself. And that's what makes you stand out. So I learned then computer object-oriented with Java. And I know that somebody will be like, yeah, so you went from C to Java. Which kind of hard parts was I going through?
Yeah.
But I think I appreciated the way I started with Java. And I'm not throwing shades to anyone who started with any programming language. But I think starting with Java made me see and understand a whole lot of underneath operations. And especially due to the fact that I had to read most of them myself. Okay. So I picked up these interests, did Java 400 level, did Java FX, Some of us might know Java, some of us may not know it, but I went into my IT then. I did my IT at Abelkuta, Adopter in Ogun State. A company called Dolia. So Dolia was where I now, my main fascination started from. We wrote applications, desktop applications for hotel systems, hotel softwares, and it was being used across different hotels. Now, imagine you've been learning something and you then suddenly are in the middle of a place where, oh, this thing I've been learning, these are the applications up and down. These are where what I'm learning can be used. These people are using this thing and it's working for them. It gives you this eye opener that I can build things myself from just learning this thing. So it was a 6 months internship, very, very interesting and exciting 6 months internship.
Just as you made mine interesting too now.
Yeah, exactly. So the 6 months internship opened my eyes to a lot of things. Now, it also another thing, because I would still like bring out key points from these things. Another thing it did open my mind to is that there is more to it than programming.
Okay.
Like programming is the skill, but it is not where your career would come out from. But it is the skill that is necessary to build that career. I would still go back to hit on this.
Nice.
So I was introduced into computer networking, basics of computer networking, how computer networking works, and all of that. Then fast track 500 level. 500 level was this busy kind of projects, this round of that. So I was opportune to do my final year project on natural language process, told to create a translator that translated between English to Igbo and Igbo back to English. Now, for those of us who are in the field of natural language processing, or those of us who major in it, you find out that in order to achieve this well, the language that will really help you to move there is Python. Okay. And yes, for most of people that know me know that I write Python majorly, and that is that's where I started writing Python. I did not take it there, and if you still know me, I throw shades on language very well, and I'm not going to use this opportunity to throw shade on any language. So as at then, I wrote Python. I wrote Python for the sake of that project.
Yes.
And I don't think in my mind I knew, or I would ever know, that it's this Python that I am going to focus on the major part of my career, which so I did write Python, did the project, it worked, did my final defense, came out, and everything, NYC. So I know that there are some of us that, I don't know if you've heard of the sets, NYC, the Corona sets. I think I was among that set because I only spent a week at camp. Just 1 week at camp before they told everyone to go home because of Corona. And out of because of COVID, it's COVID, sorry. It's COVID now.
COVID, Corona,
so
yes, all the same.
Yeah, they're the same thing. So out of a year that we're supposed to serve, if you are aware of that, our COVID set, I spent like 9 months at home, 9 to 8 months at home. Well, we were basically doing nothing, but government was paying us. Who are we to complain? Government was paying us. I'm not complaining. And there was specific instructions not to go out, don't go anywhere, just just be safe, and the whole quarantine period.
Yes.
Now, so what did I do within that quarantine period? Actually, when I think about it, I think that I actually did not make good use of that period of time.
Wow.
Because I felt there could have been a lot of things that I've learned during that period of time. But I majorly I can't remember what I did then, but I know I did read up more on Java, I did read up more on things. I was just implementing things on JavaFX. JavaFX is basically a Java platform that you could use to develop desktop applications. Okay. I know that they have a way of porting it to mobile applications, but the popularity is majorly based on desktop applications. It gives you an opportunity to design native desktop applications. So yes, I did design native desktop applications at some point. Then after like towards the ending of my service, I did my service with AMAC. I was posted to PRS. Now with all of these things, so that it looked like I was deviating from the software engineering field. But the thing that did carry me along was that I was always constantly trying to read. Always constantly trying to read. It has a positive side and it has a downside to it. And I'm going to focus on the downside. Now, at the beginning, at any stage of your career, there's a point to which you keep reading, you keep reading, you keep reading, you make progress, but your progress reaches a sort of flat point. The flat point indicates that, like at this point, the reading is not, you can never read enough, but you need to start practicing. You need to start building things. So if you keep reading, yes, you keep gaining more knowledge on whatever you are reading on, but you will easily lose that knowledge because you do not have experience. And the only thing that gives you that experience is to build.
Wow.
I don't think for any person interested in starting out tech, is the one thing I want to put out there. Whatever you do, whatever you are trying to do, learn the basics. After learning the basics, just build.
Wow.
Just build. You will encounter problems that are not recorded in whatever you are reading. You would encounter software issues. There are software design practices, software decisions, technically, that you'll be required to make when making software or when writing software, be it web, be it mobile, be it desktop, be it any platform. Now, those software decisions that you'll be required to make may not come out of the books you've read, but will come out of the fact that, oh, I did this project 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago. I noticed I followed this path, but along the line, something went wrong. I could have followed this path, but deviated like this, and I would have corrected that thing that went wrong. If you never did that project 2-3 weeks ago, or last month ago, you would never have the experience to know that this is what I should have done right, and this is what I should have done wrong. So that is the, like, if not for anything, is the key thing I really want to focus on in this discussion. In whatever you do, try to build projects. And yes, there's this famous thing among developers: you build projects, and before the project is done, you've thrown the project away, you've gotten another one. You keep so most developers will tell you that they have like a library of unfinished projects. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it would be nice if you could finish that project. You go for nobody. People like you'll be questioned. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You'll be questioned. Yes. Thank you.
No. Finish up that line. Finish up that line, please. Sorry.
So for most interviews you'd go for, you'll be questioned. Your knowledge base will be questioned. Yes. But one thing that would really like make you stand out is what you built.
Yeah.
Is what you built, and it can be minutely small. So I'll give an example of what I built. Then I and my friends, I had my roommate who was in school. He was starting out Flutter. I think around that time he started it, but he was not, in quotes, as experienced as he is now as at then.
Right.
I had another friend, Tokwe. Tokwe was writing Golang. Tokwe was already a good programmer, but he was just picking out Go. And we all came together. Guys, what can we build? Like, yes, this was during the COVID period. So I think I did make good use of the COVID period.
Yeah.
So they were all asking, we're all like, what can we build during this period of time? Something to just, have fun, catch crews, everything. And we agreed to build what we called ClipShare. So I think I did show.
You showed me, yeah.
I think I did show. So ClipShare is basically designed to we noticed that within us we had this problem that if I was typing this, I think iPhone users or guys that use Apple products will not necessarily experience this issue. But if you are using Android and Windows and all of that, you may experience this issue. So you may have stuff, written text on your system, on your phone, and you want to kind of, I'm typing stuff on my phone, I then noticed that this stuff, I want to copy it on my phone and use it on my laptop. That connection issue was the problem for we guys that is we're using Android and a Linux or Windows device. Then so we then agreed that is there something we could build that could make that process seamless, very small, just something that I'm on my phone, I copy something, I'm on my system like this. We call it ClipShare, clip from the concept of clipboard. So all it does is seamless copy and paste. So somebody, it sounds just that. Yes, that's all we just did. Seamless copy and paste.
Right.
And on my system, I do Control C. On my phone, I can automatically do Control V. You don't have on your phone. You just
paste.
Hold it and paste, and it automatically pastes what you've copied on your system. Now, note that after we built this, because I built the desktop version of it. My friend Tokwe built the backend, and my friend Emmanuel built the mobile application. So I remember the day we all built this thing. It was nice. Like, it really sorted out our problems, and that's just one project that we built. That I think one of the interviews I did, it was one of the projects that cleared the road for me to get the job and all of that. So we built it then, and I think this was the majority of what I did during my COVID period. If you're asking if it is deployed, no, it's not deployed on any market store. But I think there are plans to. Well, we have plans to like make it better, make it look good, because as of right now, it only supports copy and paste of text. Yeah. We'll probably improve it to support copy and paste of images before we ship it out.
Right. So sorry, sir. Due to the time we have for this session, this is YouTube, and I don't want to make it too long. So I'll ask you a quick question, then we go to the final question and answer segment. Thanks for all the tips. Really, you mentioned so many things that I might make a video separately and bring out these tips. So I said I want you to tell us what's the least amount you've earned for a job done or a gig you've done.
The least amount I've earned.
At least.
The least.
Yeah.
From when I started.
So the bank.
I think the least amount I've earned is 0 naira, 0 kobo. I've done free projects before.
Okay.
I did it out of the need to learn.
All right.
I did out of the need to learn. So we've done free projects before. We were not paid anything, but I got this network of friends I got on that project linked me to other projects where I did get paid jobs.
Nice.
So yes, I think this is another tip. When you start your career, you probably start looking for jobs after some point as a junior dev or as an intern. Yeah. And some of us, yes, it's a good thing to earn. But also notice that companies want to hire people who are experienced.
Nice.
So the probability of a company putting out that we want to hire somebody that has not worked anywhere is very, very, very small, because they do not want to trust their code base to somebody that they don't know if you know what you are doing or don't know what you are doing. So the question then comes as a junior dev or as an intern or somebody who is really starting out. What do I then do to build out the experience that will make them hire me? You go for internships. There are free internships around that you could do. I did Zuri internship. I also did HNG I8, which came out as a finalist then. So these are free internships that you could do. These are examples of, because there are other free internships. You could do a whole lot of internships, and in quotes, these internships would put you on projects. You'd come out of those internships with projects, with not just projects, with the ability to work with developers as a group, because that's another key thing.
I'm learning from this. Yes.
That's another key thing, because it is one thing to say, I know how to write code, but you may not know how to build things with people, with a team. And if you are going to work in the company, of course, you will not be the only one there. There will be others there. So you would typically be writing codes with a group or sets of people. So you have to learn to work with people. And the emphasis on where I'm going to is, in order to build that experience, you must actually be ready to take on projects, work on internships. Like I said at the beginning of the discussion, build. Just keep building. There is no other way to build experience. I don't know of any other field. I don't know how they do it there, but in software engineering, there is no way of getting or building experience without building. It's non-negotiable. You get the basics. The basics is core. And notes, in the basics of anything, do not make your primary focus be, I need to learn a language.
Okay.
I need to learn a language. Now, because if you make your primary focus, I need to learn this language, what happens when you are thrown to that language? What happens when you are required to learn another language? What I'm trying to say is that some people will say, oh, I need to learn Python or I need to learn Java. Now, I'm also going to say, when you are starting program, start with one language, but use that language to learn the basics. Because if you understand what an example, an if statement is, you would apply it anyway you need an if statement. So because you know what it is, you know what it's being used to, you go to Java and be like, oh, this is how we write if statements. Oh, this is how you can write it. Oh, no, wow. So we come to Python. Oh, this is how we write. Oh, this is how you can write if statement. You know what? You are able to transfer knowledge because you understand. You are also able to use that knowledge because you build projects. This is the bulk of the experience that comes from there.
All right. So, sir, in 1 minute, how would you advise someone who didn't study computer science, who didn't study software engineering or anything about computer? How would you advise this person to, pick up a journey in tech or pick up the road, towards starting a life or starting the whole code? You know what I'm saying? So, in 1 minute, please. Yes.
All right. So, if you are new to software engineering, if you are new to the computing environment and you want to start out, it depends on the kind of person you are, but I would first advise go for a program, paid or unpaid. I would advise paid so that you'd have attention being drawn towards you. You'd have people that will attend to you and take you personally on things. But if the means is not sufficient, so there are also free programs out there, but go for programs and internships that will carry you out as a beginner. And as you're going for programs, also put it in mind that you are in a jealous field. Sometimes there is a jealous field. It doesn't like to share you with any other field. So this will lead to you being consistent. In as much as you're going for a program and you're teach yourself. Be consistently teaching yourself, consistently open yourself to knowledge, consistently read and learn. After consistently reading and learn, the next thing is you've gotten the core, you've gotten the basics. In the process of those internships you might have gone for, in the process of those programs, you would have made friends, build projects with them. And in the matter of 6 months, what have you done? You've built knowledge on the language. You've built projects. You are almost ready to start practicing on the real world. But please, just be consistent. Consistency is key.
All right. So, sir, we'll end this. It's 30 minutes, so I think Zoom will cut me off anytime soon. I don't know. But then in 1 minute, what is your advice to me, the halal developer, and what is your advice for RMC?
So I think you started well. You've put yourself out there, and from there, the only way is to keep growing. You can't grow less. Once you started this growth, you started this journey, and I think you keep doing what you are doing. You are helping people's life in doing this. So as you continue, you keep doing what you are doing, keep being the best at what you do. You keep improving. You also keep gaining knowledge. Just be consistent. Consistency. And with consistency, this channel is actually going to go to be a very, very, very big one. So I don't have an advice. God bless you for all you do. That's all right. That's it.
All right. So, sir, when you see RMC, what comes to your mind? No. When you see the word, when you see the word RMC anywhere, what comes to your mind?
I will lie. What comes to my mind first is this Nigerian actor. He's really rich and defender with Joe RMD.
Oh, okay.
that's what that's what comes to my mind first. But if it's until I remind myself it's not D, it is C, then I think it gets well.
All right. So with so much love from RMC, it's nice having you here, and I hope to do what?
We'll
Say
see
that
you on
word.
the tech side.
See you on the tech side.
See you.
All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Yeah, you can go now.
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
nice having Mr. Shadrach. It was really nice. I hope to have him on the channel again on a physical ground, and yeah, we hope it all goes out fine, and we hope to have him live again. So please do make sure to like, subscribe, share this video to your friends and family, to many who want to start a career in tech. You can share this video to them. We hope to have more tech bros, women in tech, and also even those who are newbies in the tech industry. We can have them live, hear them say one or two things, and it will be nice sharing your idea. People get to know you, and then you'll be motivated to want to come back again as a tech bro. So we hope to have you all. We hope to have you all. Please, please, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the tech side.